What's going on? Fuck is this? Super Butterbuns. I mean, I hear the mic noises, but not my own voice.
I hear the mic.
There you go. My son. Pro Jared really put the tags attractive and handsome. That man got issue. He like me, he think he a snack. I mean, I know he's being like ironic with it, but oh my son. That motherfucker will never know. Will never learn, I mean. Alright, let me check what... Alright, so... a couple things I want to do. How much cash do I got on me? I got no money. No women. One tier... 2 happy ham sandwiches. Alright, I'm gonna have to go to Genshin and... I ain't trying to get ballooned up. See this? How the fuck does the screen go blank? Fuck, that's why I don't got double screen on. That's stupid. I'm touching everything and it's doing the opposite of what I want the touch to signify. Alright. That's more like it. How come every time I touch the screen it just like goes to this mode? Alright, there you go. I need to see the chat, I need to see all of that. Okay, exchange. Alright, so I'm breaded up now. Time to get some sandwiches up in this hole. Of course I'm gonna go where them Asians at, they got good food. What you got? You got ingredients. I ain't trying to get no ingredients now. We can cook in the ensuing chapters. Let's see what you got. Dynasty noodles. Recover 80% HP. Alright, this is good. This is good. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, a B. I take an HP plus 1. For no other reason than, hey, it's a way for me to get tier. Actually, let me see if that's true. Alright, so I get tier straight like that. I did some off-screen stuff to get everyone's CP up to max. In this game, at this mode, it feels like if you're not at hard, if you're at hard, you gotta have like 200 CP below your load in the beginning. This is what I like about Cold Steel 3 and 4, and to a lesser extent Cold Steel 1 early on. A fucking S-Break fest. It's the Bloods versus the Crips. Look. It's the Holy Hood Rats versus Hood Hood. Could you imagine if there was like a hood that they just spoke holy motifs? Like that. Bro, you're scaring the hood. Look at the lady. She's sitting there watching like she don't give a fuck. Okay, let me check this. I'm trying to get as much grade as possible. Okay, once again, it's the option I chosen. Some games with these options, the thing that I would naturally pick, what the average person would do is the nonsensical option. But here, it's the other way around. You gotta use your common sense. At least early on. And JoJo, man, if you try to do what the average person will do, you'll just die all the time. Oh, hey Tina Sora, how you doing? Gotta fight the whole hood. I haven't been in this situation since I was a 12-year-old. Oh, really? It's cold where you at? A resurgence of the summer here. That's what it's like being in a temperate climate, though. It's bipolar. Well, them red dudes in heat. I'd love to join tomorrow, especially if I can get up early and do what I gotta do, and then just go right to you. Oh yeah. Like how he fucking says Ikuza. Like he's fucking Naruto or something. Okay, yeah, we could probably do a stream along, just two of us together. That sounds fun. I wonder if you can hit hard enough to take him out. Nope. Woo! Actually, that's not that painful. You fucking bonked her. Like, that was just me. Alright, let's see. We could do either one. I mean, I gotta go back to 10 at some point. 10-2, of course, is preferable because I'm behind on that in trophies. Yeah, we could definitely do 10. Because... yeah, fresh file, well, we could start that if that's your stream together with 10. Because I already had my stream with the original 10. Let me see, who do I want to get it? I'm gonna isolate her. Woo! Yeah, that's true. We can do yours. Because remember, I mostly got the platinum. I just need a trophy, that's all. So I could guide you through that. Try to be careful with this. I'm like it. This game plays like Uno in some ways. I'm just stealing that critical. Yeah, I mean, we have quite a bit of games in common that we can do together. The noise she made was like so tender sounding. No, just for that, finish him off with a crit. I mean, we did check these games we have in common. We got a little bit of an overlap. You thought a 14-year-old was arm candy. That's pretty cringe. Okay, so when you're back, we could switch to 10-2. Have a good dinner, though. Oh man, this track is hitting. I'm doing the AVGN James and 10 bop. While listening to some tunes type shit. I gotta contact my pops at some point, cause I think he forgot to pay the bill. I hope them dude's fine. Oh, it's the OGs, the big heads. So we got Vald. And Wazi, well, I guess he's based on Jay-Z. You know, if this game was made by Tetsuya Nomura, these two would be in organization just because they have radically different auras, shit like that. He likes doing that stuff. Like if you look at the Turks, none of them motherfuckers match. Organization 13, none of them motherfuckers match. That is true if you're a Goonie Goon and you're starting trouble in broad daylight. The hood is not gonna as much. Like ideally, if you're a Goonie Goon, what you want is for everybody to look at you and have a sense of respect for you, but they're not gonna have that if they feel that their grandma is in trouble just for living the same zip code as you. What do you mean by that? It looks like his cornrows, actually. Like he has this faux hawk, and then on the side there's like the cornrows and shit like that. It's always interesting to see anime characters who have that. I know in Kuroku no Basket, one of the pseudo generation of miracle dudes had that as well. Yeah, that was the first event battle I had an easy time with.
そこの赤毛いいガタイしてんじゃねえか。
そりゃどうもあんたほどじゃないけど
な。なあ、そっちの姉ちゃんたちはとても警察には見えねえけどな。
This dialogue is actually kind of weird because at the time this game was in development, I mean it came out in 2010, but it was likely in development 09, 08. There have been women police officers, and as you can see, they come in all shapes and sizes. But I guess the 18-year-old looks kind of dignified and a little too high society for police work. And then there's the 14-year-old.
それはどうも。
新人だけど一応全員警察の人間だ。特務支援課発足されたばかりの新部署に所属している。
Well, if you're gonna get any clout anywhere as the Popo, you're gonna get it from the hood. So this was actually a good start for the prologue. It was gonna be either this or preventing some white-collar crime.
クロスベルタイムズに乗っていたって。
まさか子供たちを助けた時の？
They're hood, but they read the news.
なんだ？こいつら何かやったのか？
Well, he don't.
ああ、ギルドのカマセイヌとして大活躍だったみたいだよ。いや、ごめんごめん。一応少しは役立ったんだっけ？いじめるのはこのくらいにしておいて。いや、僕はワジヘミスフィア。
That is a cold-ass last name.
一応テスタメンツのヘッドをしてるみたいだよ。
Well, a gang or evil organization known as the Testaments, I've already seen that with Xenosaga, but these guys are like Goonie Goons.
だって君の方がいかにもヘッドじゃないか。ハゲ頭だけにヘッドが光ってるしね。
Why do you come at my mans like that?
誰事はそこまでだ。バルド・バレスだ。
So Valles or Wallace. I know the first name is definitely Germanic, but not the last
サ
name.
ーベル・バイパーのヘッドをやってる。
ワジにバルドか。
You see, they say Wazi and Vald, so
改めてクロスベル警察特務支援課のロイド・バニングスだ。二人ともどうやらこれ以上ことを構えるつもりはなさそうだし、ここは任せてもいいのかな。
You know what this reminds me of? The Michael Jackson Beat It music video when those two groups are having like a gang fight and Michael Jackson kind of jumps in and has them dance around and be chill with each other instead. Like he talk no jutsu's two gang Goonie Goons.
いやいや、おめでたいなと思ってさ。
ことを構えるつもりがない。
I think about that song every time there's like a shootout.
何寝ぼけたことを言ってんだ。
何？この場で手を引くのは単に準備が済んでないから。準備が終わり次第徹底的にやり合うつもりだよ。
それも今までみたいなせこい小競り合いじゃねえ。どちらが生き残るかお互い潰し合うつもりでな。
おいおい殺し合いでもするつもりかよ。
そうなっても不思議じゃねえだろうな。 まあどちらが血ヘドを吐くかは分かりきってるけどよ。
Okay, so these guys are gangs, but do they do anything like pimp women, sell drugs, scam, steal cell phones and shit?
言ってなよ。
Or is it just closer to a color gang in Japan's like delinquency circles?
まあどっちにしてもお呼びじゃないってことさ。腰抜けの警察。まして君たちみたいな若造はね。
That pause was way too fucking long.
こちらも引き上げる。
I never heard a phrase like that. Koechima Kigiryu or whatever it was.
了解だ。
Yokai-da. Like, I've heard of the phrase yokai, but... like that. Oh, yo, as in... like a... confirmation.
困った人たちね。それにどちらもかなり本気みたいだったわ。
ああ、あの調子だと数日中にやり合うつもりだ。
Now, Vald is really trying to have a decisive battle against this
違
dude.
うぞ、あの様子じゃ。
でも課長からの任務は一応終えた形にはなりますし、これ以上は任務外なのでは。
いや、それじゃ本当の意味で任務を終わらせたことにはならない。
Yeah, it was to kind of settle down the commotion, but if you realize that a gang war is about to happen, you have to deal with that. Even though it's technically not part of the assignment. The way I would compare it is if someone was coming into your doctor's office to complain about a sore throat, and then you found out they were going into heart failure. Yes, that wasn't what they came there for, but there's still a pressing matter. The streets are about to get bloodied up with a gang war. Who knows who's gonna get messed up because of that shit.
ここで放置したら警察に対する市民の信頼はいつまでも回復できない。
If the streets become too bloody in downtown, the property value is gonna go down, and it's gonna become a second residential district.
まあ確かに。
It'll eventually, gentrify.
そうね。知ってしまった以上は何とかして止めるべきだわ。
And of course, there's the lives of the two gang Goonigoons.
でもよ、そ
It's
れ結構難しい
like,
んじゃないか。
they're kind of doing it to themselves anyway.
お互い仲良くしろなんて聞くような連中じゃないだろう。
そうだな。 本部に報告したところで頼りになるとは思えない。ここは自分たちで何とかするしかなさそうだ。
Well, that's true. People really don't care about the HUD because it's kind of a quagmire situation.
あら、報告するだけしてみたらどう？もしかしたら旧市街の巡回を強化してくれるかもしれないわ。
いや、あれだけ騒ぎを起こしているのに彼らは警察を気にもしてなかった。
Yeah, the police probably gave up because it's the HUD. There's two rival gangs, and they've probably been getting it ever since Wazi showed up to the
多
area.
分この旧市街は意図的に放置されてるんじゃないかと思う。
確かにデータベースによればここ最近旧市街での巡回が大幅に減らされているようです。
Yeah, they're giving up.
削減が名目らしいですが。
Same thing happens in this neighborhood with sanitation. There's just so much less of it because it's kind of too expensive on the budget. So things just stay here for longer and stank up.
ビンゴってわけか。しかしそ それならなおさら打つ手なしなんじゃねえか。
Bingo is a word that's used in English too, so I don't know. I don't know why they went with this type of translation. We hear the bingo, use it. It's my moms and I were One Piece 2 years ago, I think. And we were both just perturbed because the translation, when you hear the dub and the sub, it's like the sub is saying something completely different, the dub is saying something completely different. The English dub. The Japanese dub is fucking up in its own way, like, because all three of them are saying some different shit.
いっそ俺たちが両チームに喧嘩を売って言うことを聞かせちまうか。
It got to the point where I just had to start like listening to the Japanese, try to spot the one or two words that I recognize and kind of go from there.
あのな待てよ。そういえばどうしてあの2チームは潰し合うつもりなんだ。
Yeah, did someone take someone else's girl?
どうしてって。
そりゃ縄張り争いだの意地の張り合いってやつだろ。
いや、それだけじゃ普通本気の潰し合いにはならない。
Yeah, they could just scare each other.
利害が絡んでいるならともかく町の不良同士のいざこざだ。どうして念入りに準備してまで。
驚きました。
I mean, I was saying that like, because I'm used to gangs that are pimping women or doing some shit like that.
なんだよ。
うんうん。さすが捜査官の資格を持っているだけはあるなって。
Oh, he's a smart guy. He's certainly
見たところ
the brains here.
そこまで険悪な関係って雰囲気でもなかったしな。
多分理由があるのではないかと。当事者以外は知らない本気で争うだけの理由が。
ああ、まさに俺もそう思って。だったらやるべきことは一つだろ。
だな。
サーベル・バイパーのテスタメンツ。まずはどちらに話を聞きに行くべきか。
Alright, so I will say, while I don't like the second set of the prologue in this game, this part with the gang stuff is up my alley because I'm a Goonie Goon myself.
Billiard 台？
プールバーってやつか。なかなかいい趣味してるぞ。
トリニティ。一応認可を受けた店ですね。
なるほど。ここがテスタメンツのたまり場か。何用だ。警察？
Oh, I'm starting to recall what the source of all this conflict is.
先ほどはどうも一応営業してるみたいだね。邪魔させてもらうよ。
I knew enough to know that there was going to be more dialogue than that. Okay, so he kind of looks like Rude from Final Fantasy VII, but with a more defined jawline and chin area.
何の用だ。返答次第ではただでは返さん。
さあ、先ほどの借りもまとめて返させてもらう。
待て。
なぜ止める？
ここは聖域。余計な雑音を立てる。マジどうする？
いいんじゃない？ここに通しちゃって
わかった。
That is a big ass fucking bottle. Those two bottles over there. And they have different corks.
どうも。
なんだこのノリは。
何かの儀式みたいね。
Holy hood.
で、何？警察はお呼びじゃないって言ったはずだけど。そちらに用がなくてもこちらにはあってね。君たちに少しばかり捜査に協力してほしいんだ。捜査ね。言っておくけどバイパーと決着をつけるのをやめるつもりはないの？近所の住民には迷惑だろうけど、まあ我慢してもらうしかないよね。別に君たちの争いを止めに来たわけじゃない。君たちが本気で潰し合おうとしている理由、それを聞かせてもらいに来た。
それは
口を出す。すべてワジに任せる。
Okay, he doesn't say Goman, he says Ma. So, I guess Goman would be too polite with it.
その様子だと本当に何かあるみたいだな。
何か。
どうか聞かせてくれないか。あのさ、それを知ってどうするの？
I just realized different leg to torso ratios in characters. His model might actually be my favorite.
遊撃士ならまだしも警察が何かしてくれるわけ。僕たちダウンタウンに住む厄介者のバッドボーイズにさ。警察の対応が不十分なのは認めるよ。理由を知ったからといって君たちに協力できるとも限らない。人を守るのが仕事だっていう遊撃士と同じわけじゃないからね。
You know, that's such a weird thing to say, all things considered. But I do remember in the Sora games, there were situations where the bracers couldn't really act because their priority is the people and not necessarily state.
おい。
ちょっとロイド。
やれやれ、お話にならないな。ギブアンドテイクなしに情報だけを引き出すつもりかい？いや、ギブならあるさ。捜査官の仕事は闇に埋もれた真実を明らかにして人と社会に光をもたらすこと。少なくとも俺はそんな風に教えられてきた。もし君たちがほんの少しでも疑念という闇を抱えているのならそれを晴らす手伝いはできると思う。
Oh, okay, I get it. So he's taking the religious motif that they use and kind of turning it on them with a confessional.
それが俺たちの提供できるギブさ。
こりゃまた。
It's actually kind of stupid, but in here, good strategy.
いいね、すごくいいよ。そんな臭いセリフそうそう聞けるもんじゃない。ロイドって言ったっけ？いやー、気に入っちゃったよ。
Like, it's a decent Hail Mary because they already kind of like that religious thing, so saying, okay, well, you can confess to whatever you did wrong or whatever doubts you have, and that'll be what we can provide for you.
受けを取るために言ったんじゃないけど、それでどう本気で潰し合う理由教えてくれる気はあるのか？まあいいか。あんな決め台詞まで聞かされておひねりを出さないほどケチじゃない。アッパス教えちゃっていいよ。
Abbas. So that's the name of this rude lookalike.
名乗っていなかった。俺はアッバス。テスタメンツの一員だ。
ああ、よろしく。でかいな。何かやってるのか。
Looks like a bouncer
事
actually.
の発端は5日前の夜、うちのメンバーの一人がこの近くの裏路地で
闇討ち？
そのただの喧嘩ではなくて、
喧嘩なものか。
後頭部に一撃食らって倒れたところをめった打ちだぞ。
一方的な襲撃だ。やられたやつは病院に運ばれている。そいつはえぐいな。
その
So they caught him lacking. They're seeking retribution.
病院からの連絡ではまだ意識が戻らないし、手当ては済んだようだが頭を打ったらしいから今連絡を待っている。
That could lead to like permanent brain damage, aphasia, myriad of things. I mean, he's definitely concussed after that.
やっぱり警察には届け出なかったの？
伝えたところで我々のために動くとはとても思えんかね。
Yeah, Goonie Goons essentially snitching would be career
そ
suicide.
れに犯人は明確だ。報復の邪魔をされては困る。
そう。待ってください。襲われた人はまだ意識が戻ってないそうなら、どうしてその人がサーベルバイパーに襲われたと分かったんですか？
そういえば、ひょっとして状況証拠だけなのか。
There's a video up on it on WorldStar.
まあそこまで僕たちも短絡的じゃないよ。何せうちは連中と違って知性派で売ってるらしいからね。たかが不良に知性派ってのもどうかと思うけど。マジ？僕たちが彼らの仕業と断定した理由、捜査官の君なら見当がつくんじゃないの？そうだな。
I know it's option 2 because I'm looking at it in the guide, but still, this makes the most sense.
わかった。襲われたメンバーの傷跡が決め手になったのか。ビン、さすがだね。
傷は主に打撃によるものだったが、まるで固く尖ったもので引き裂いたような感じだった。
打撃による傷跡と固く尖ったものによる裂傷。
なるほど。連中が持ってた釘付きの棍棒。
確かに本人の目星としては
A nail bat to the back of the dome? Shit.
話は大体わかった。ありがとう。参考になったよ。それはいいけど。何？その情報だけでいいの？報復はやめろとか改めて言ったりしないわけ？個人的にはもちろん止めたいところだけど、今はまだ判断材料が少なすぎる。サーベルバイパーの話も聞いて、何か分かったら連絡させてもらうさ。なるほど。あくまで捜査にこだわりたいのか。なら面白い話が聞けるのを楽しみにさせてもらおうかな。まあそうならなかったら血の雨が降るだけの話だけどね。分かった。せいぜいご期待に添えるよう面白い話を持ってくるさ。
this is the part of the narrative where it'd be like they're speaking to Azul when they shot or Beat Boys. Alright, so this lady was chill as fuck the whole time. Oh, she was too deaf to give a shit. You see, that's the reason why we need to stop these confrontations, because not everyone can necessarily run from trouble. She's hearing impaired, so she's not going to realize that a fight is about to start as quickly as someone else might. Worth considering. Because I kept seeing that old lady like, yo, why is she still there, man?
その格好、ひょっとしてここがサーベルバイパーの
ライブハウスイグニス。もともと倉庫だった場所を改装した店のようですね。税金が払われていないので詳細は分かりませんが。
無視すんなよ。いくら俺が新米だからってサーベルバイパーの一員なんだ。
I forgot to change the position of Lloyd.
ごめん、その君たちのヘッドに取り継いでもらえるかな。
バルドさんに？お前らみたいな警察とバルドさんが話をするもんか。
Never heard that.
でもダメだったらとっとと帰れよな。
困ったな。
というか不良にしては随分可愛らしい小僧だ。
Well, his line delivery is very Shota-esque.
ねえ、あなたお名前は？
And there she is again with her Ada vibes.
俺？ディーノだけど。
そう、ディーノくんね。
Is she gonna put her tits in his face too,
ディー
man?
ノくんはここで不審な人間を見張っているのかしら。
そうさ。バルドさんに頼まれてテスタメンツどもが入らないようここで見張りをしてるんだ。別に他の先輩たちに押し付けられたんじゃないからな。
なるほど、立派な役目ね。でも私たちはテスタメンツの一員じゃないわ。だったら案内してくれてもいいんじゃないかしら。
だけどさっき先輩たちと戦ってたし、そんな奴らを案内したら。
戦ったと言ってもあのくらいあなたたちにとったら挨拶みたいなものでしょ。あなたたちのリーダーだって気にしていないみたいだったし。それでも信用できないのなら。
I mean, she's kind of doing the dialectical thing where I wouldn't say it's even dialectics. You got two radical stances, and someone's in the middle, and you just make them take a stance that's not so radical that they can kind of agree with until they're on a ride and they're now agreeing to let you do something they normally wouldn't let you.
おい、
エリーさん、どうぞ。私の銃をあなたに預けてもいいわ。大切にしているものだからちゃんと返してほしいけど。
Okay.
いいよ、そこまでしなくてもさ。バルドさんに聞いてくる。絶対に入ってくんなよな。
やれやれ、大胆だね。
びっくりしました。
すごいな、エリーは。
I mean, her brandishing it like that was kind of misleading. She could have really started some shit.
あんな交渉の仕方、俺にはとても無理だ。
Especially if she's a police officer, like, you can't really like pull out the gun like that on someone.
こういった交渉は結構慣れているから任せて。でも
Like, I've been in like police brutality situations and no one decided to pull out a gun on me like that.
ワジ君の時みたいにあなたが話した方がいいと。
なあ、分かってる。
バルドさんがお呼びだ。入ってもいいけど。 変なことをしたらただじゃ済まないからな。
ありがとう。
それじゃ失礼する。
Alright, so did she get her gun back? It'd be ludonarratively weird if we can just like go out and grind with her, but they probably let her carry that thing, just a gesture. Like that other shit she does where she tries to like use her feminine wiles to charm somebody. That's not something I can do, but I can understand that working. On the other hand, kind of prostrating yourself and disarming yourself, giving the other person your gun is exactly the type of manipulation I would do in a situation. Kind of defanging or declawing myself for someone else. Okay, so tactics, formation. We gotta make this. This is what I've been waiting for right here, this solo fight. When I first saw it, I was just like really into it. But changing formations in this game is like a really fun strategy.
ここは耳障りですね。
なるほど、ライブハウスか。
生かした場所をたまり場にしてやがるな。こいつらよくも抜け抜けと。わざわざ隙間にされちやがったね。
どうやら青坊主どもからは一通り話は聞いたみてえだな。それでどうした？俺たちを逮捕しに来たのかよ。
Actually, you know who this character reminds me of? He reminds me of one of the Nora members with Snow. The orange looks like Waka.
いや、捜査に協力してもらいたいだけさ。
In fact, he reminds me a little of Snow as well. Synthesis of both characters.
君たちが本気で潰し合う理由、それを君たちの方からも聞かせてもらう。
おい、どういうこと？
テスタメンツの事情聴取で理由は分かったはずでは。
Normally, characters in this seem a bit hyper competent, but on the other side of the say things like this that make me go, really listen to the other side. A little philosophical when you're in.
真実は見ている人間によってさまざまな姿形に、だからいくつもの証言を照らし合わせてみないと本当の真実は見極められない。それも捜査官の仕事だよ。
なるほどね。
情報の多角的分析が必要ということですか。
But then again, these guys aren't detectives. Only Lloyd is, so. Probably explains why.
素直に俺たちを悪役にしときゃ話は簡単だったのによ。
バルドさん。
なあ、警察の小僧。仮にお前らの知りたい情報をそれを渡す見返りにお前たちはな。
それはどうやらあんたには真実じゃ不足みたいだな。
あ、俺はな、とにかく暴れられりゃいいんだよ。この牛のたぎりをスカッとさせてくれるんならなんだって構わねえんだ。俺たち全員相手に勝てりゃなんだって話してやるよ。
ダメだ。
Well, that's the thing. Their turf isn't a holy ground the way it is with.
正当防衛ならともかく俺たちに死闘は許されない。
おいおい、 アマちゃんなことを抜かしてんじゃねえよ。喧嘩が嫌だってんならそうだな、その女どもをしばらく預けてもらおうか。
こいつらマジっすか。さすがにそれまずいんじゃ。
And these guys act like hentai characters, and they're saying, yo, you're kind of ODing with it. Okay, so it's a subtextual.
そうすりゃ知りたいことは何だって話をしてやるよ。
You gotta understand subtext, what that is.
そうだな、もう一つ1対1のタイマー、あくまで練習試合の名目だ。俺がしのいだらあんたが知ってることを洗いざらい喋ってもらう。そんな思考はどうだ。
ちょっと。
おいおい、アホかお前。そこの赤毛ならともかくどれだけの体格差だと思う。
これでも捜査官だ。それなりに訓練を受けている。町のシンペラ風情に遅れを取るつもりはないさ。
上等だよ。まさか奴以外にこの俺様にいいだろう小僧。
Oh, this track is heat.
サーベルバイパーのヘッドバルドバレスのお肉だき。しのげるもんならしのいでみや。
Okay, my health is full.
さあかかってこい。
Okay, let's see, art. Alright, let's see. Okay, so we're dealing a little more damage. Is he butt sucking me? Okay, so trying to make sure this game doesn't become one of grab ass. I like these solo fights. They're a little too simplified in these party-based, turn-based RPGs, but balancing attrition or health with attacking the enemy, making progress, is always this fun little game of tug of war.
これでどうだ。
やりやがったな。
I mean, I had to eat 2 sandwiches in order to hold my own against your ass.
ここまで食い下がってくるとは。バルドさん。てめえ、よくもバルドさんを。せえ。血を滑らせただけだ。
化け物かこいつ。
なかなかいい肩慣らしになったぞ。本当だったら本格的にやり合ってるぞ。奴との決戦が近づいてるし、このくらいで勘弁してやるぜ。
そりゃありがたいね。それで話は聞かせてくれるのか。
いいだろう。5日前の夜のことだ。うちのメンバーの一人が青坊主どもの闇討ちにあった。ここを出てすぐの場所だ。
それって。
奴らも似たようなことを言ってたんだろうが、こちらに言わせりゃとんだ言いがかりってもんだ。
I mean, Azel is gone, so...
俺たちサーベルバイパーは武闘派で鳴らしている。闇討ちなんて汚ねえまでするわけがねえだろうが。
I'm starting to think that Pharaoh Fiasco probably started this in Nightmare mode. That's why he had so much of a hard time with that fight. Because... expecting something that was way out of my league, but I ended up pulling out a relative W.
その闇討ちにあったメンバーはどのくらいの怪我だったんだ。
打撲による骨折で全治1ヶ月の入院だとよ。ああ、青坊主のところみたいに意識不明ってわけじゃねえが、怪我だけってことならむしろ。
そうか。
しかしテスタメンツの連中にやられたってのは意識が戻ってるのなら目撃証拠はあるんだろうが。
まさか見ていないのか。
まあな、だが青坊主どもがやったのは間違いねえ。
Did it happen at night when there was limited,
いきなり遠くの方から石が飛んできた
or
ら
was
し
he
いからな。
blinded?
石ってテスタメンツの人が使っていた。
ああ、それだ。それを食らって倒れたところをタコ殴りにされたらしくてな。あとは気を失ったらしいが、犯人言うまでもないだろうな。
Okay, they fight with slingshots. I get the religious idea. It's a David and Goliath motif.
話は終わりだ。さっきも言ったように細かい事情はどうだっていい。青坊主と奴と蹴りがつけられるならもう何だっていいんだよ。邪魔するってんならいいぜ。青坊主どもと叩き潰してやるからよ。
挑発には乗らないさ。捜査協力感謝する。いろいろと何か判明したら一応連絡させてもらうよ。
まあ勝手にしやがれ。
I mean, we already whooped these guys' asses, so... Even though this is an underdog story, they're not trying to make it seem like a bunch of Goonie Goons can whoop our asses. We're still professionally trained. I noticed that like thing where a Goonie Goon will try to like scare a woman, like, oh, you know, this is a place full of nasty guys, but haha, not like me, or maybe like me. Trying to like appeal to the type of woman who wants like a bad boy, a dangerous dude.
どういうことかしら。どちらのメンバーも闇討ちに遭っているなんて。どちらかが嘘をついている。そういうわけでもなさそうですね。
He did it.
どうしたの？
Let's see.
まさかさっきの怠慢でどこかやられちまったか。
ああ、いや向こうも手加減してたし大したことはないさ。ただ少し妙だと思ってね。
妙。
ああ、どちらも5日前の夜違う場所でお互いが偶然相手のメンバーを闇討ちするつもりだったとしても、同時にそれだけの人数が動いてたらお互い。
確かにそうだ。戦闘のプロ同士でもない限り普通なら考えられない状況だぜ。
Yeah, it's interesting that two goons both got caught lacking by, you know, a whole
で
squad.
はどちらかが先にやられてその報復のため動いたというのは。それもおかしいわ。当然先に闇討ちした方が相手の報復を警戒する。
Yeah, it seemed like they both got caught lacking at the same time 5 days ago.
なのにどちらのメンバーもあっけな。そういうことよね。
ああ、この事件何かが必要なパズルのピースが。
お困りのようね。
あなたは
Oh, it's my least favorite character in
クロ
this.
スベルタイムズ。
Well, my third least favorite.
ハロハロー。また会っちゃったわね。おっと、いい構図。肖像権侵害です。いやー、職業柄いい絵が撮れそうだと反射的にやっちゃうのよね。
Dorothy from this game was a bit airheaded, but she was a much more interesting character. That and her old head mentor, her senior in the journalistic job.
まあ、記事の写真に使うかもしれないんだし。ケチケチしないでほしいな。
I like how they always try to have a journalist character in these games.
あのですね。
なんだか面白い記事を書かれたみたいですけど、またそんな記事を書いて笑い物にするつもりですか？
Man, fuck these journalists. They worse than the feds.
おかげであの記事結構評判みたいでね。それよりもなんだか今度は面白いネタに絡んでるみたいね。
She's like TMZ tier as a journalist too.
ちょっとお姉さんの取材に協力してくれないかしら。この前の記事のお礼としてお姉さんがおごってあげるからさ。
捜査中の情報を部外者に簡単に漏らせるわけないでしょ。それもマスコミの人間なんかに。
もう釣れないな。せっかく美味しい東宝料理をご馳走してあげるのに。デザートとして欠けたパズルのピース。
So she was eavesdropping pretty deeply.
なるほど。情報交換ってことか。
その気があるなら。
She says bingo, but she doesn't even actually say bingo. She says, mm-hmm. Long Lao Tavern near Eastern Street.
お姉さん、先に一人で飲んで待っててあげる。そうそう、まだ
Alright,
クロスベルタイムズの記者
Graceland.
グレイス・リーよ。
Now, even Reen doesn't like this motherfucker.
グレイスお姉さんって呼んでね。
グレイス・リー、クロスベルタイムズの記者か。
うさんくさそうな姉さんだが、いろいろと情報は持ってそうだ。ここは誘いに乗ってみるか。
ごちそうになるかはともかく、話を聞くだけは聞いてみよう。本部が当てにならない以上、少しでも多く情報。
そうね、記者なら情報通でしょうし、ただ話しすぎないよ。同感です。気を抜いたらどこまでもずうずうしくしてくるタイプ。
I mean, it is actually written to be a little insufferable and unlikable. Fuck going around there. You gotta have someone in the hood say some shit like that. It's practically mandatory. Oh, interesting world building. It'd be nice if I could get like a discount on certain things here. So this could be like a place I go to for a specific set of Nine Valley. Okay. They have that in the Cold Steel games as well. One of these days I'm gonna have to get the Sora games once I dust off my Steam account. Okay, they really want to lock us in. This is really starting to remind me of Rush Hour. What the hell? I just finished whooping Vald's ass, so let me save real quick. Alright, so... Oh, this lady. She's just looking for a brib. Okay. Let me harass. Get a pot of grease in my face. Get to the counter. Okay, let's buy medicinal Mapo tofu. I've had Mapo tofu before, but I've ordered it a meal. Okay. Long Lao Tanmen. Here's tiger fried rice. I'm gonna need the 80% health items. Alright, let's see.
それなんですけど、食事は遠慮しておきますよ、代わりに。
何よ、いいじゃない。
Look at her fucking face. Ah, man. That's the face of when you like turn down food from a woman.
それとも何？僕たちは警察の偉い人みたいに賄賂は受け取らないぞってこと？
俺は別におごってくれるなら喜んで。
私も別に菓子を作るのでなければ。まあ常識の範囲内なら問題はないと思うけど。潔癖症なのはロイド君だけみたいね。
Well, you don't want to. If you're on a case, you'll get food from someone you don't really know in a restaurant you're not familiar with. They might slip some shit on you.
硬いばっかりだと捜査官として大成しないぞ。
わかりましたよ。
But you know, these guys ain't Secret Service, so they're not dealing with those type of players yet.
ただし、酒はなし。それならごちそうになります。
Okay, no sake.
おいしい。かなり腕の立つコックがいるみたいね。なかなか美味です。
しかしこんなうまい料理に酒がないなんてありえねえぜ。
Am I really missing out because I don't drink alcohol?
なあロイド、せっかくのおごりだしちょっとくらいいいだろ。
You can get as sauce as you want, motherfucker. I'm the detective here. You're just muscle.
ダメだって。こっちは仕事中なんだから。
You're just an S break.
どこかでけじめはつけないと。
はいはい。たく、うちのリーダーは硬いね。
ダンディさんが柔らかすぎるのではないかと。
Wandy.
そうね。さすがに仕事中にお酒はどうかと思うわ。面白いわね、あなたたち。点でバラバラな顔ぶれなのにどこかまとまってるっていう。
Almost like it's the work of a writer.
なかなかいいチームみたいね。
褒めても何も出ませんよ。
Oh man, this beat hits.
それより旧市街での事件に関しては、さっきあなたが持っている欠けたパズルのピース、そろそろ話してくれませんか。
もし嫌だって
See, if you start acting like that, people are gonna think that you're like horny and you just want the clit to be like touched first.
グレイスさんのこと今後一切信用しないだけです。お話をする機会も今日で最後になるでしょうね。
Lloyd is pretty good about enforcing his boundaries.
嘘嘘、本気にしちゃやーや。でもその毅然としたところは結構いいよね。優しげなマスクとのギャップがなかなかそそるっていう。
さてみんな、そろそろ捜査に戻ろうか。
ええ、そうね。ごちそうさまです。ああ、冗談だってば。パズルのピースでしょ。ちゃんと話してあげるから。まず前提としてあなたたちルバーチェって知ってる？
Okay, yeah, I remember these motherfuckers.
その名前。
なんだ二
In
人
the back streets.
でっぽん食らったような顔をして。
ルバーチェ商会、クロスベル市で認可された法人。表向きは認可された法人をだけどその実態は昔からクロスベルの裏社会を支配している。
Okay, so they're like organized crime as opposed to disorganized crime like the Testaments and Vipers.
マフィア、犯罪組織というわけですか。
なるほど、そういうのがいるって噂は聞いたことはあるが、ロイドとお嬢は知ってたみたいだな。
ああ、クロスベルに住んでいたら嫌でも耳にする名前だからな。
いろいろなコネクションを持っている組織みたいね。有力者とのつながりもあるから警察も簡単に手が出せないって聞いたことがあるけど、
なるほど。裏社会はどこの国も同じか。
そのルバーチェがどうかしたんですか？それなんだけど、最近ルバーチェの構成員が妙な動きを見せてるらしいのよ。どこか忙しそうっていうか、積極的に動いているっていうか、それで私も暇を見ていろいろ調べているんだけど。
マフィアが忙しそうに動いている。
どう考えてもいい予兆ではなさそうです。あなたが旧市街に来ていたのも、もしかしてそれ。
そういうことある筋から聞いたんだけど、半月ほど前マフィアの構成員が旧市街をうろついていたらしくてね。しかも人目を避けるように質素な格好をしていたらしいのよ。何かあると思うし。
匂うな。
なあ、
2つの不良グループが同時に起こすのは難しい。そこに新たな第3の容疑者が現れたわけね。
Okay, but are Revanchenko scapegoats?
でもおかしいで
Of
す。
course, the next person on the list that you would choose as the main culprit would be a real gang.
なぜマフィア組織が不良グループのメンバーをわず
なあ、問題はそこだ。
They could be looking to crime and trouble in that area, so the property value goes down. People keep killing each other, and then when all of that conflict is wrapped up, everyone's either locked up or dead. The property value is so low they can start buying real estate in the downtown area and have places to engage in landlord shit in terms of business operations.
何らかの敵対関係があるなら話は単純なんだけど。
私の知る限り
Oh, so they were actually pretty cool with each other in the past. That's why they seem amicable when they speak to each other. I said amicable, but my lip popped. That's why I said bubble.
同じ暴力的なところはあってもマフィアはプロだし、不良たちは所詮アマチュア。利害が絡むわけでもないから対立する接点がないのよね。
じゃあどちらかのグループが相手を潰すためにマフィアと手を組んだってのはどうだ。その場合自分とこの闇討ちは偽装ってことになるだろう
そこまでやるかしら。
ああ、少なくともあのワジとバルドの2人にそこまでの契約差はなかったな。どちらかというとなんとなくお互いを認め合ってるような。
Yeah, Fald and Wazi seem pretty chill with each other.
鋭いじゃない。
They had that fucking bromance. They were laughing at each other in sync and scolding each other for how they parented their enforcers and foot soldiers.
私の知る限りあのバルド
Kind of playing mommy and daddy.
いい喧嘩相手って感じなのよね。もともとあの旧市街にいたのはバルド君のサーベルバイ。そこに2年くらい前あのワジ君がふらりと現れてテスタメンツを結成したのよ。当然バルド君たちに絡まれて締め上げられそうになったんだけど、
ひょっとして返り討ち。
そうなのよ。ワジ君が見て格闘術をやってるみたいだね。目にも止まらぬパンチとキックで油断して。あら意外です。
な。あんな可愛い顔してそんなに強かったのかよ。
あのバルドも相当なものだったけど。
まあ最初は油断しただけでその後は何度かやり合ってほぼ互角の勝負みたいだ。でもそういう経緯があるからお互い認め合っているみたいよ。
なるほど、ライバルというわけですね。
They're equals in base, at the very
と
least.
なるとマフィアを利用して相手を潰そうって線は同じか。
そうだな、2人とも人望は厚そうだから手下の暴走じゃなさそうだし。そうなると
私としたことがサービスしすぎちゃったね。他の取材があるからこれで失礼させてもらうわ。
I mean, the main pieces of information is that there is family of criminals that could be doing some shit pretty prominent. Now, it seems we got in the back alley that seemed to be the case, that they were kind of building that up. And that at some point, Vald and Wazi were kind of cool with each other. Okay, that was actually a decent translation.
我が道を行くって感じの人ね。
Although I gotta ask, I don't know what the mafia in your own city is as an 18-year-old.
でも彼女のおかげでかなり情報が揃って
Especially
き
if
た
you're trained to be a detective.
ああ、マフィアの話が聞けたのはかなり大きな収穫だった。
Knowing that someone is likely involved is that really knowing? You just got really good conjecture. Conjecture, spicy conjecture.
どうしてマフィアが旧市街に介入し、これは難しいな。判断できる情報が少なすぎる。
警察のデータベースでもセキュリティの高い場所に隠されてるみたいですね。
いわゆる機密情報。
It's a lead. That's all it is.
彼らを取り巻く関係を考えるとその可能性は高そうね。
一度支援課に戻ってセルゲイ課長の判断を仰ごう。なんとか自力で解決したかったけどそうも言ってられないみたいだ。
そうね。
そんじゃとっとと戻っておっさんを捕まえるとすっか。
Alright, there you go. So just like the first 3 Cold Steel games, this one has hit, which just acts as another incentive to speak to everybody. They thought they were having a good time. I mean, the top heads are, but I guess she couldn't see from her limited vision that we were getting it. There's always that one dude who's in the hood, but is like, you know, I'll be in the hood, but I'm not hood. I'm not like these guys. Always that one dude. Student dude. They were really getting it while this guy was studying. Okay, so they're in the hood, but family. Vaughn. If we took out an A, I would be like, oh, is this Van from the Kudo games and Crossbow, or Calvert, I mean. Got 2 countries that start with the letters C. Alright. Got killing me with that shit. Okay, so 2 characters have heal. Of course they're gonna make the glasses guy have like a background in something educational. Okay, eyes on back. Your daddy is a medical man and you're a fucking Goonie Goon. That's gotta fucking sting. Or be some clout. Like, man, I could have been somebody if I wanted to. Apparently... the arpeggiation matches with their walking. Huey. So they got gold. You know, I know this is bonus dialogue, but it's actually more important than a lot of this information that we got not too long ago. Because it confirms that, yeah, they both got fucked up at the same time. If they were both loaded into the same ambulance car, they weren't being, like, put in, like, frozen storage, man. It was a medical emergency. Okay, so this is the Bracer Guild thing, and this is the fishing spot, so... Let me get the way. Let me check if I got DM'd. No, I didn't. So I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna look over the answers. If I get one answer wrong, I'm gonna end the stream right here. But I just want to see if I can do it on my own at first. All right. Okay, that one's easy, 50. So before that was the Middle Ages. Okay, Epstein. I mean, I'm glad the name ended up being so sus, because it's going to be stuck in my head. Septium fragment. Okay. I never saw the phrase septium crystals. Golden Stallion. Okay, the sound effect saved my ass. But yeah, I remember the color, and it was kind of like lionish. Stallion, like a horse. I just know it was. Primary. Okay. I'm gonna go with. Alright, so I fucked up with that one. I thought I was gonna end the stream, but you know what? Okay. Which congregation for the sacraments? Okay, Lehman, I already know that. So this I probably would know if I brush up on the third. Of course, how could I be a fan of the series if I didn't know this one? Alright. Well, let me redo that one. So the gaps in my knowledge, or gaps, of course, about names and stuff like that, in terms of organizations and stuff pertaining to, what was the name of that? Yeah, the church. Again, I'm not going to look at the answers, so let me go off memory. Okay, so it was Vern. What did I choose? Did I choose Reinford back then? Because Reinford I already know can't be it because we know Elisa, so... Okay, and this is the Septian Church. Oh, it was 500 years ago, so I should have kept that in mind. Okay, Lehman. Well, this because I know of because of Sora no Kiseki. So I need to brush up on my Calvard knowledge because I could have done that if I used elimination, just look at the name Reinford, but let me actually look at my guide right now. That question would be a bit harder if all you played was just this game. Like if this was your first entry in the series, this would be hard as fuck. Or if you only play the Erebonian games, like I have, but I've watched what's his face, the Sora games, Sora no Kiseki. I will say though, what was it? Actually, I didn't pick Reinford. I think Zeiss. That's what I did wrong, because I guess I just didn't remember that Zeiss wasn't it. Zeiss. Is that from Sora or from this arc? I think that quest is, I think, a little more important for understanding the world building and setting of this world than anything else. So with regards to this game, I'm going to probably call it a night. We'll finish up the prologue tomorrow. I might just boot up Final Fantasy X-2, depending on what Rose or Tinasaur 22. Until then, been your boy Mr. Wonka 7 and Uxayama Ikte. I'm gonna have to get these guys in their CP up, man. Like, they both got spent.